Hey lovelies, I'm Queen Lovely. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see by the thumbnail and the title, this will be another celebrity natal transit chart interpretation. And today we will be talking about Megan P, aka Megan Thee Stallion. So she had a pretty eventful weekend. There was this artificial intelligence, picture of her, and I knew something was off because the picture that was used, like her face looked more round and it looked more like how we met her. We know Megan Thee Stallion has done a lot of work, and I'm not saying that from a place as in like she's completely reinvented her physical appearance, but Megan Thee Stallion was actually smart with how she approached her plastic surgery, her nips and tucks, because she did it over a long period of time instead of doing it right away. And I hope she doesn't, fall into that trap of feeling like she has to constantly nip and tuck, because there was this video of Cardi B. Somebody actually sent it to me where it was an old video of Cardi B, like going back to maybe 2015, 2016. And she was like, I don't, I'm in a strip club and these girls just keep going to Columbia, keep going to Columbia. And it's like, no, bitch, you need to go see a fucking therapist, not go and get some surgery. And you know what it really made me think about? It made me think about why a lot of these celebrities and public figures and individuals that, are in a certain socioeconomic class always go to the you must be broke and miserable when you say something about them that they don't receive in a positive way, because they're projecting. It wasn't that y'all values are etched in stone. It's that's how you felt based on the fact that you didn't have the money at the time to go and do it. But now that you have the money to constantly go and lay under that knife, bitch, you stay on that table. So I thought that was really interesting. And Cardi B really needs to slow down with that plastic surgery. I think it's nuts that a lot of these women are not even 35 yet, and they done altered their bodies in so many ways. You have certain women that haven't even had kids. Erica Banks is a good example of that. I always thought Erica Banks was like a cute girl, and I feel like if she would have spent more time working on her insides instead of constantly trying to do her outsides, it would have panned better for her. Because I think what did Erica Banks in was when she said she only goes to the club with certain, women that look a certain type of way. So going back to Megan Thee Stallion, she looks great. She looks amazing. I always thought that she was an attractive woman, Black American woman. That's why I really enjoyed her when she first came around and entered into female hip hop, because coming on the heels of someone like Cardi B, it was like, okay, she's in school, she's educated. She's naturally a nice looking, Black American woman, and she could rap and she's talented and she could dance and has great stage presence. Megan Thee Stallion really had the red carpet laid out for her, especially with that Beyonce and Jay-Z cosign. And it's interesting because it's like, think of that. You come in, you actually have the talent and you have everything it takes to sustain yourself and evolve as an artist, right? An entertainer. You have that Savage remix with Beyonce. Then Nicki gave you a look with that Hot Girl Summer. And I feel like she had and then she had WAP. Like, you literally worked with all the top people and were co-signed. And I think that's why when it comes to Megan, I don't really be having much compassion and empathy, because you had everything laid out for you, and it's your inability to work on being a better person and hold your fucking liquor that keeps you in these predicaments. So is it bad luck or bad karma? Let's share the screen and see. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you comment below if you would like to book your own personal chart. See the booking site that's pinned in the comments, as well as my description box. And if you have any questions prior to purchasing and booking, feel free to email me. My email is in the comments and description box as well. Let's start with her transits and some things that are going on. So Pluto has started retrograding. Okay. Pluto has been conjunct her MC for quite some time now, because Pluto was in Capricorn from 2008 up until about 2023. And it's just been doing a little dance. Now, it's interesting because with her having a midhaven at the 29th degree, that means that in this lifetime, Megan Thee Stallion is here to complete a soul mission when it comes to her legacy, and when it comes to her reputation and her professional life and just public life in general. And her having it at the 29th degree, because as we know, there are 30 degrees in each orb. Again, she's completing something, she's finishing something. This is a master number in astrology, and that means that whatever however she shows up and whatever that entails, her soul is trying to get her to evolve into a place where if she is to, reincarnate on this earth again, she can move a bit differently. And whenever you see any of your placements at the 29th degree, you have to know that in this lifetime you are going to experience something life altering. You are going to experience an ending that may rock or shake you on the surface, but it's really just molding you and transforming you from the inside out. You understand? And it could speak to why Megan has such a cutthroat nature about her, okay? Because Capricorn is kill or be killed, okay? And with her having her Venus, as we can see on the screen, in Capricorn, and then her midhaven is in Capricorn. Megan definitely gives social climber, from a sense where it's just like, listen, fuck you, pay me. What are you doing for me? You understand? That's definitely what she gives. So that's interesting. So that can just speak to why people have said things like, oh, she's a user. Once Megan Thee Stallion gets what she wants, she just moves on to the next thing. I could definitely see that in her chart. Now, Pluto is going to retrograde back down to that 29th degree. It's going to retrograde back down to that 29th degree. I want to say it's sitting at the second or first degree right now. It's going to be retrograding well into October. So we still have some months with this. What's interesting about that is Pluto's making a conjunction now, but it's going to make an exact conjunction to her midhaven. It's going to make it an exact conjunction to her midhaven that's at the 29th degree. And when that happens, something else could come out about her. And it's interesting because with her having Aquarius in the 10th house, right? Aquarius deals with the internet. 10th house deals with your legacy, and public reputation and public life and professional life. So I find it interesting that during Pluto being in its retrograde energy, that's when a suggestive tape about her hit the internet. You understand? Which is interesting because like I've been saying, right? Because Aquarius is naturally at home in this 11th house where her Saturn is. Megan has her Saturn in Pisces, and I don't care how much money you have, how many people you have that tell you what you want to hear and kiss your ass and sing your praises. Saturn in Pisces is a karma that you really cannot outrun, especially since she has her Jupiter, which is the ruler, co-ruler of her Saturn in Sagittarius, and it's creating this exact square, as you can see, because they're both at the 12th degree. She's not going to be able to outrun this. And that's why the name of this video is it bad luck? Is she just this victim that keeps finding herself in these unfortunate circumstances where, quote unquote, everybody's just coming after her and hates her and she's doing nothing wrong? Like, is it really that, or is it just bad karma? Are you just reaping the bad karma? Even with her node, she has her North Node in Scorpio in the 6th house, right? And this deals with your daily routine. It deals with your physical health and fitness. So this could speak to why she's like an all or nothing girl when it comes to physical health and fitness, because Megan do be in that gym. But it also deals with your work environment, the environment in which you're earning your money. Now, most of her 6th house is occupied with Libra. And this is interesting because right now the South Node is sitting in her 6th house. So this speaks to, right, because the South Node deals with detachment, where the North Node is progress and integration, correct? So with the South Node being in her 6th house, this speaks, and then that Libra energy being there, this speaks to, on a karmic level, there being a detachment of how people usually perceive her as like, oh, she mad cool, she fun, yeah, she turn up, she's a girl's girl, to it being like, maybe not. And I also find it interesting that that South Node is going to move into that fifth house where she has her Chiron at the top of January when the North Node hits that 11th house. Yeah, we already know where this is going. We already know where this is going. That South Node is going to be in her fifth house, which deals with fame, celebrity, creative expression, and pleasure. And she has her Chiron there. Then she gonna have the North Node in that 11th house where that Saturn is there. This can mean secrets about her networks and people who she is associated with coming out. And it's not lost on me that Jay-Z has his Pisces North Node in her 11th house and his Virgo South Node in that fifth house. Now, Beyonce's son, Beyonce being a Virgo sun, okay, which actually creates a square, an exact square, because I think Beyonce is the 12th degree Virgo sun. Her Virgo sun creates an exact square to her Saturn in Pisces in that 11th house, as well as her Jupiter in Sagittarius. I'll just let y'all do the math with that. I ain't gonna say it, but I did do a video on Patreon a long time ago. I don't even know if the shit is still up, and y'all know where I'm going with that. There's gonna be some wicked fucking shit that comes out. Mark my words about that. There's gonna be some shit that comes out with that. Anyways, let's just keep going. Jupiter is still sitting in her first house. Because Jupiter has been in Taurus, now it's ingressed into Gemini. So it's going to spend some time in her first house, and then it's going to go into that second house. Possibly when Jupiter enters that second house, this may be a time where Megan may put out a song or some type of musical content or something where she's communicating, and it may just do very well for her. It may do very well for her. But with Jupiter creating an opposition to her natal Jupiter, this can be a period where it could be a missed opportunity, because Jupiter is all about, integrity, honesty, faith and belief systems, abundance. So when you have a Jupiter opposite Jupiter type of transit, it's like an opportunity for you to see an additional way, an alternative way to connect with your belief systems or even do away with them. But if the self-awareness or the willingness is not there, it can become a missed opportunity. We shall see. But I find it interesting that South Node, going back to that fifth house, because I keep looking at it, with that South Node going into her fifth house and that North Node going into that 11th house, this can really be a period where there's just a lot of secrets and a lot of shit that's hidden, Pisces energy, that's spilt all over the goddamn internet about her. And like I said, because Aquarius deals with the internet, and even now as Pluto is retrograding on her reputation, that midhaven, what happens? That artificial intelligence, sex tape ends up coming out. So that's something that she honestly has to think about. And it's not lost on me either how she has like a stellium in this ninth house of Capricorn. And that can also deal with some spiritual protection that she kind of had, to be honest. You understand? Because Pluto leaving Capricorn, it's having a ripple effect on us as a collective, because it literally is the end of an era. It's a generational planet. So intuitively, I'm also picking up on the fact that Pluto is leaving that ninth house, which is the natural house of Sagittarius, and where Jupiter is at home in. That also can be doing her in too, where it's like her, how do you say that? Like her energetic luck is running out when on a spiritual sense. However, though, with Pluto entering that 10th house, it still can be good for her. But I think where Megan is fucking up is constantly playing victim. What's interesting is Saturn in Pisces is a victim placement. I always think of somebody like a Ariana Grande or a Brooke Shields, right? Ariana Grande, like people that have just been through like extreme amounts of loss or whatnot. Even Megan Thee Stallion, because she's lost 2 parents and a grandparent and all that other stuff. But you're supposed to learn and alchemize that pain. And I just feel like she hasn't gotten there yet. She is a Scorpio North Node. So once again, this energy of learning how to transform and alchemize your pain and do something constructive and productive with it. But I feel like with Megan, it's more like she's not in an environment that promotes that. So all she does is inflict pain on other people. And that's why no matter how much, like, okay, you could put out music, go independent, go on tour with Glorilla, yeah, people are going to keep fucking with you, because this is the universe's way of saying, just because you decided to no longer talk about it or address it or give any energy to it, it doesn't mean that you did what you were supposed to do energetically with that situation. And we're talking about that whole situation with Tory Lanez and whatnot. So yeah, honey. I don't know, Megan. Get it together, mama. Get it together. And then the crazy thing is she still has that North Node sitting in her 12th house. She still has that North Node sitting in her 12th house, which is the ruler, because the 12th house is the natural home of her Saturn, because Pisces is home in the 12th house. So it's like you still have that North Node sitting in that 12th house, and then it's going to move over to Pisces. I don't think she's going to get a break. And if my predictions and timeline about Beyonce and Jay-Z next year is correct, that's it for Megan. I think once that, shit starts to crumble over there, girl, shit. What did Biggie say? FedEx is hiring. But she has a degree, and I'm sure she's doing smart shit with her money at the Taurus rising and a Scorpio North Node. So she'll be okay. But that's it. I don't want this to be too long. Y'all have a great day and a great week. The next video I want to do is Jennifer Lopez. So y'all let me know if y'all interested in that, because she is going through a lot as well. And y'all have a great day. Have a great week. Be kind to each other. And once again, if you want to book your own session, see the link that's pinned in the comments as well as the description box. Have a great day. Bye.